Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this video. Appreciate your time, your support. Beautiful, brisk day here in Troutdale, Gresham, and Portland, Oregon. And going to be heading out to check out some stereo equipment. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to put out my final review on the S24 Ultra, and I wanted to shoot some video while doing it. I mean, right now we're at 4K 60. I will be bringing it down to 1080p 60, and then I will be switching up to the front-facing camera. And just sharing a lot of information throughout my time with the S24 Ultra. For me, second time around, meaning there was the first time that I brought in the S24 Ultra, but I had a lot of focus hunting issues, light flare, light glare, when shooting video in the dark. And that was during a time that there was a lot of rain coming down, the windshield wipers are going, because the first video that I put out was at night. It was early in the morning on my way to work, and it was raining, and I noticed there was just a tremendous amount of focus hunting. The light flare and glare was there, but it didn't bother me as much. Well, I ended up sending the device back, and after many updates that came out for the S24 Ultra, and the reason I know about those updates is because I was watching other YouTube content creators that still have that device. They were putting out videos on the updates and everything that the updates was doing for the S24 Ultra positively. So I brought it back in, and well, I got to tell you, the S24 Ultra got better with the focus hunting issue. It's still there, but it's not as big of an issue as it was. It's very minimal, and the light flare and glare, it's a little more minimal as well. So that's a thumbs up. Could it be better? Yes. But it's good enough. It's not to a point where it's frustrating me like it did the first time around. So that's a huge thumbs up. So over a long period of time since having this device, and I can't remember when I first got the first one to when I brought in the second one, I can add those dates in, I can edit that information in. If you are wanting this device, that you are going to get a solid, good looking device, even though it looks similar to the S22 Ultra and the S23 Ultra. There is little bits of differences when it comes to the actual look and feel of the device. All right, I stopped the video. There's a lot of traffic. I wanted to switch it to 1080p 60, and I'll continue what I was talking about. Oh yeah. As far as the feel of the device and the look of the device, it's solid. I'm hoping that at some point Samsung's going to take a leap of faith and change the form factor. I know with the S25 Ultra, we're basically going to get the same that we got on the S24 Ultra, just a minimal upgrade in what I've seen so far as the images in video that have been leaked with the S25 Ultra. So that's a letdown. I really want Samsung to start getting to a point where they're not afraid, and that goes along with Apple, to just change it up, man. Kudos to Google. They've obviously changed up the look of their Pixel devices. More importantly, the Pixel Fold, the 9 Pro Fold. Some of you dig it, some of you don't. But hey, man, again, taking a leap of faith and changing the blueprint of what a smartphone or a foldable smartphone is going to look like. I mean, overseas, there are a lot of devices that just have some pretty cool look and design to them. And that's what I want to see here. What we had early on in the smartphone world, when I first got into creating content, which was a total accident to even start a YouTube channel, in the way it began, I remember just all the different smartphone companies that put out smartphones just had something different and unique. Gosh, gosh, those days were just so amazing. When you look at what LG put out, look at Motorola was doing, Nokia, HTC. You could just set all these devices next to each other and see a major, major difference in look and design. And now, there's nothing really cool to talk about. The conversation lasts, maybe a minute when it comes to looking. And it used to be something that you could spend 5 minutes on.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Performance, for me, is very important when it comes to creating content. So that would also mean everything within the internals working together, being well optimized to control any overheating. And for me, that would be during editing, processing, uploading, and still using the S24 Ultra and not having any issues with hiccups, with overheating, and all of that has been a huge thumbs up. I use my other smartphones to create content because they have to go through that in the reviewing process, but my Samsung Galaxy devices, the Ultra devices, have been my go-to devices when creating most of my content. When you have sufficient RAM, when you have a really good chipset, when you have that cooling vapor chamber working all together, you're going to get a very fluid experience. All right, we are now utilizing the front-facing camera of the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Better turn right over here. We're at 4K 60 frames per second. I'm sure the video quality from the rear to now using the front-facing camera is going to look great, but you're going to let me know visually how everything looks. You're going to let me know how the stability looks as far as the 4K 60, 1080p 60 on the rear camera, and now the front-facing camera, and the audio quality. Battery life has been great. No issues there. I'll put up some screenshots. Charging speeds are normal. Get through my day. I'm very, very happy over this period of time. My second time around with my S24 Ultra when it comes to battery life. That may be a little different for you, depending on what you do. With that being said, cameras, picture quality, great. We are now at 1080p 60 frames per second utilizing the front-facing camera, and I don't know if I missed anything. I'm always forgetting something, so please let me know down below in the comment section. If there is something that I missed, please ask, and I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely fashion. As far as the design, the look, it's a good looking smartphone, and it's solid. No creaks, no squeaks. Even though it's going to remind you a little bit of the S23 Ultra and the S22 Ultra. My favorite design still is the S21 Ultra. Battery life is solid, performance is solid. It's a really well optimized device.
Can you dig it?
Kudos to Samsung for the software updates to better the experience on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra for me, and I hope that's been the case for all of you. But definitely a winner as a solo device. All right, we are at 1080p 60. That's what I typically use when I'm shooting video in the dark. I wasn't going to actually add in video in the dark, but I decided, you know what, why not, man? I gave you what I needed to give you during the day from the rear cameras, the front cameras, and when I'm doing the early morning vlog, this is what it typically looks like, and I figured if I'm going to give you all of those other video clips, I got to add in a ninth in, just to show you what it looks like. And you can tell me what it looks like. You can tell me how the audio sounds as far as what's being fed into your ears, the stability. Earlier I mentioned, if I forget anything, please ask down below in the comment section. I remembered that there is a piece of hardware that I didn't talk about that separates the S24 Ultra and its previous generations from other devices, and that's the S Pen. A lot of you really, really love the S Pen, and you use it for everything that it has to offer. Now, I don't use it that much. Occasionally I do, a little more than I used to, but it's there, and that you can house it is probably the best part of the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, and again, its previous generations. Yeah, with the S24 Ultra, you can house your S Pen and utilize the software that's dedicated to the S Pen in a lot of different ways, and so that's a huge thumbs up. Anyway, overall, it's a powerhouse device in a lot of different ways, and I totally recommend it. If this is what you've been considering, you can get a great deal out there by doing your homework. Yes, again, in my opinion, I would go for it. But if you're looking for the best bang for your buckaroos, your smacks, there's other smartphones out there from other companies, and I got to tell you, man, OnePlus, they know how to put out the deals, and really decent trade-ins too. So, but that's another conversation, because we're just trying to give a little extra some and praise to a device that's really well-rounded, and would definitely, for the money that you're going to pay, it's going to get the job done.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Any questions, please ask down below in the comment section. Appreciate all of you. There'll be more coming from me at some point in time. God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy, and happy holidays. Peace. I am out.